Hello and welcome to MarkPulse, an initiative by MarkSoc, the Marketing Society of FMS. Through this podcast, we intend to bridge the gap between the theory and practice and bring real life marketing insights. We have an exciting lineup of esteemed guests over the next few episodes who have an extensive experience in the industry. We would love to hear back from you. If you have any questions or suggestions, you can reach us to on our LinkedIn page, on our Instagram page, or via LinkedIn. The details of all you will find in the description box. So today, the topic which we are going to discuss on is the most dynamic and influential topic in the world of digital age. The topic is digital marketing. And who better to guide us today than someone who is a product lead specialist at Google? We are honored to have with us today Miss Aditi Jaitly. She is an infamous alumna of Batch 2015 and her story is nothing short of inspiring. Post her MBA here, she joined as a digital marketing analyst at American Express, wherein she worked for 2.5 years. Post which she joined Google, and in her 7+ years of experience at Google, she has donned multiple hats from content lead to account manager to campaign manager and now as the product lead specialist. We are extremely thrilled to have Aditi on our show, and we are sure that this will be really insightful to you. Hello Aditi, welcome to Mark Plus. We are so super excited to have you here today. We are really grateful that you took the effort of coming here and accepting our invitation.
Thank you so much. It's the same. It's likewise. I'm also very excited to discuss and talk with all of you. I hope this discussion is fruitful by the end.
Thank you. So starting off, we would like to know that we want to know that how your typical workday looks like. So this podcast intends to bridge the gap between what we say real to real. So from classroom to workspace, how does your typical workday looks like?
So I'm not somebody who can be a one-person example for Google.
Yeah.
But for somebody in my role,
Yeah.
my work centers around customers in the US. So I have like work days in the office, which is based locally in India in Gurgaon. But all of my customer base is based out of Boston or Washington DC in the US. So I have some meetings during like post 6 p.m. onwards. My team is based out of in the US. My customers are in the US. So my workday is not a traditional 9 to 5 workday.
Yeah.
It is sometime up till 4 p.m. in the evening and then starting again at 6 p.m. in the evening for another meeting session with the customers or with the sales teams in the US.
Yeah. And what are the general KPIs or activities look like?
When it comes to what I work on, my work mostly centers around helping my customers meet their business objectives.
Okay.
To really simplify it, every customer has a business goal which translates into a marketing objective.
Yes.
And we as Google, how can we help them achieve their marketing objective? So it can be anything from building market share, increasing their revenue, increasing their profit numbers, building on efficiency targets, ensuring ROI.
Yeah.
So that's like most, if I look at a very larger lens, this is what we work on. But then for achieving these goals, if I go a level down, then we have an assortment of products which can be leveraged for achieving those objectives. So as a product specialist at Google, I extensively work on search, digital marketing products, Performance Max, which is the new age product for Google in terms of digital marketing, which is more cross-channel.
Okay.
And then there are separate teams who work on YouTube, display, and the likes. The good thing about this role is that you always end up learning because nothing stays stagnant.
Yes.
And we have also seen the advent of AI and its direct impact on everything that I do. Right from how should we do our targeting, what should be our creative strategy, what should be our budgeting strategy, and so on. So for example, having products like Broadmatch, having products like Performance Max, the back end of all these products is machine learning and AI.
Yes.
So I can actually feel that impact of machine learning and AI in whatever I do in my job. So
Yeah, so if we talked about machine learning and AI, do you also like get into the backend thingies, like how ML works, how they are coded, embedded, like the software development part?
from the tech side,
Yeah.
perhaps not as
Okay.
much. However, we keep getting upskilled more and more on AI. So I've done courses from like so many universities in the US regarding basics of AI, tech basics of AI, basics of ML. However, for my day-to-day job, it's not required to be too much of tech savvy.
Okay.
It's mostly leveraging that capacity to get money for the company, or ensuring that Google's goals get met by leveraging AI, by ensuring it's part of our services that we provide to the customers.
So AI is transforming marketing. Every day we read a lot about it, be it our newspapers, LinkedIn, everywhere. What do you think? Is it more of positive, or is it bringing more challenges to the digital marketing world?
I think AI is a boon for the world, and the sooner we realize it, the better. We always say it is me versus AI, and we talk about two different entities. That there's a me and then there's an AI, and both of us have conflicting objectives. It's time that we start thinking about me and AI. So if we can leverage AI as a support for us and establish that synergy between us, so that together me and AI are greater than sum of parts. So AI should not be looked into a competition that it will take away my job, or a threat, or something very hard, or something very esoteric, or something we've never heard of. It should be like embraced with open hands. And also we should try to leverage that capacity in our day-to-day job, so that we are able to deliver X plus Y, rather than that, like, let's compete against AI. That should not be out.
Yeah. So it's like leveraging it to get most out of it done.
So leverage that capacity of AI for building a better marketing strategy. Leverage that capacity of AI to build better creatives for your ads. Leverage that capacity of AI to ensure that you're well set up when it comes to which customers or which users should I target. If I have any ambiguous problem, think, can AI solve it? So think about how AI can help you solve all the ambiguous problem that the world throws at you. Think about AI as to how can it simplify all your work. Anything and everything that was very manual or cumbersome, can it be automated? Not just that, can we make things very objective rather than excluding all the levels of subjectivity?
So the next thing is that we heard a lot of classroom topics just in one of your answer, like market share, segmenting, helping your customers, ROI. Tell us some of the key skills you like, leveraging which you or anyone in that digital marketing space, or as marketeers, can help the customers or the organization better.
So if I divide the whole digital landscape into 5 pillars, just to simplify things, so it is creatives, targeting, audiences, our bidding strategy, and attribution. So you can divide the whole digital marketing landscape into these 5 pillars. So AI can help you build better creatives, which are more aligned to the user search. As you'd be aware, there are billions of searches that happen every day. And if you would want your ad to appear for the right search at the right time, and what should be your ad creative look like? What should be the headline? What should be the description line? If I talk about YouTube ads for that matter, what should be the content about that ad? If I'm talking about a display advertising, what should be the image that we need to show? All of that can be performed using the power of AI, because we are able to build better creative strategy, reduce the efforts of so many agencies who in the past used to spend like hours and hours to build content. Coming to the second pillar, which is targeting, which should be the user searches that we should target slash our ad should appear can also be determined by the power of AI. So, in the past, it used to happen that the searches should match your keyword.
Yes.
And everyone used to keep adding that set of keywords.
Yes.
And then it was impossible to build a perfect set of keywords because every search is unique. And every day, 18% or some number is unique searches. Now, if I would want to build that perfect keyword set, now we have this power of AI, which is like power of broad match, so that we can have like lesser number of keywords and ensure that we cover on the maximum number of searches. It was not possible in the past. In the past, we used to keep adding like millions and thousands of keywords, which is like list onto the accounts, which now is not the case. Now coming to what should we bid on, which is the bidding part. Earlier, the agencies used to decide manually that these many dollars or this rupees should be what I need to bid on this keyword.
Like I wanted to know that what does this bidding part mean?
So whenever you would want to appear as, so from a Google standpoint, if I want my ad to appear, there are two things I need to take care of. One is how much am I willing to pay, which is my bid. And second, what do I need to show, which is my ad. And what's the quality of the ad. So Google will always want you to bid because we are running a business. But then alongside, we would also want our ad creative to be very relevant to our search. You may have observed in the past that while searching on Google, even the ads look like normal Google search results. And there is hardly any difference. Because it's ensured their ad copy and your ad creatives are of the utmost quality. So how much do you need to bid is a question which was earlier solved very manually. Then a transition came from a manual to a semi-automated bid strategy. And then finally came to an ML-based, AI-based, fully automated bid strategy. If I, a customer, would want this percentage ROI, machine learning will determine what I need to bid. And if my objective is that I need to maximize the number of customers I want to get, I just tell the machine the same. And the machine will ensure I participate in relevant auctions so that I'm able to get the maximum customers I want. So it will help you. In the past, some agencies or a lot of people used to manually decide the bid. Now it is all done using machine learning.
Amazing.
Additionally, you may have observed that we live in an ecosystem of advertising and marketing. Whenever we make a purchase decision, it is not a single touch point that determined our purchase. We may have seen a YouTube ad and then looked into some image ad. Then again, while watching a favorite podcast, looked into some ad, and then later browsed through a website, and then later finally went to their website and made that purchase. We were exposed to so many micro moments where we got exposed to that content, that business trying to sell us a proposition or a product, and then later influenced us to make that decision. So now coming to MBA basics, customer decision making journey, need generation, alternative evaluation, purchase and post-purchase. Everywhere you have been exposed to some or the other signal digitally. And for traditional media or traditional marketing, it was not possible to identify how much was the contribution of that billboard ad, what was the contribution of that TV ad. But now, courtesy digital, you can identify what was the contribution of each digital channel you got exposed to. How did a display ad help you decide? Or how did that YouTube trailer help you decide? Or whether that Google search ad actually helped you make that purchase, which is what we call as attribution. So now using machine learning, you can actually give credit to all the touch points, which is not an average or a plain and simple math. It is all determined by the impact each of these touch points or micro moment had on your purchase journey.
Amazing. This was really insightful and wow. Yeah. So coming to next question, you said that you know about basics of, let's say, AI, basics of ML, and this is an ever evolving area. Can you recommend some of the resources, be it online, offline, from wherein we as a student or professionals can get a hang on what's happening around this world?
So there are several e-learning courses online. Most of them are free on AI and machine learning. You can get exposure to top universities, top professors, and try to understand the basics about AI and ML. If somebody would want to go more deeper into technicalities, you have like technical software courses on the same. If you are someone like me, want to do something on business, I also myself did an AI for business course from Wharton, which is a course available online. Barring, not everyone would have if you don't want to spend too much of money, in the digital age of today, there's like so much of content which is freely available. And companies like Google, Microsoft, all of them have like e-learning courses. Universities have some free lectures available. Then we have like websites like Unacademy, etc., who have AI courses. So there's like so much to learn from and so many resources. All we need is a good intent that yes, I would want to learn.
Yeah, true. So Aditi, you just mentioned that more than on technical side, you are on business side. Now, from a very entrepreneurial perspective, this is a question of most of the B school students, that suppose I want to open a cafe, which is like a dream for most many of us. How does digital marketing tools help us to grow my business? What all can I use? Like, do I need to, even if I hire someone, how do I get into the nitties and gritties of it?
So now coming to your question, so very smart question. When I talk about digital marketing tools and how it can help my business, I would want to look at digital marketing from a complete comprehensive perspective and not just Google. Let's now come to your B School framework of awareness, interest, desire, and action. All of these digital marketing products or tools can help in each of these stages. So a product like YouTube or a product like a display ad will work more around awareness. You may get those bumper ads or non-skippable ads which may pester you at the outset, but it's trying to build that awareness.
Yes, true.
You may also get that ad talking about some amazing offer or some amazing benefit which may trigger an interest in you. Which will eventually translate into a desire that let's buy this product, and then you may want to compare that should I buy a Samsung or should I buy an LG or something else. And then finally, when it comes to action, we have this consortium of Google search products, which are if somebody is searching for buy Android phone, buy Android phone is nearly about to make a purchase. He or she has decided that I want to make a purchase. But buy Pixel 9 will be like I'm very decided on my model. I am also decided on I want to make a purchase. I'm very close to that action. So all of our products like YouTube and display for mostly awareness and interest, and then search and the likes for action, which is how I would now, if I want to answer your original question, if my business and if I'm a newly minted cafe,
I would request you to think from the other side of your clients rather than be on the product handling side of Google. As a business owner, how you will address it.
If I would now want to think about awareness and interest, I would now want to think of, let's decide that I have a business. This is my budget. This is how much I would want to spend on marketing. This percentage I would want to spend on digital. This percentage on traditional. then deeper dive onto this percentage on digital, then what channels do I need to focus on will all depend upon my objective. So if my objective is that I'm a newly minted cafe and I'm just starting, I would want to spread more awareness, and that is the time I will try to use more upper funnel products, like a YouTube or a display ad. When it comes to Instagram, I would want to show more reels with advertising. And now if I look for, if I have, my business is now kind of established, I would want people to come to my cafe or do a sign up. It's in those times I will have a consortium of digital products more around doing a subscription model, running subscription ads, doing search advertising, or doing like form ads of ads showing forms where you'll ask people to sign up or fill up a form. So it all depends upon what is your objective. There is no one size fits all. It all depends upon what are you trying to achieve.
Got it. Thank you. This was a really very insightful answer. Then coming to the next one, that we talked about the changing face and shape of the market. Whether be a B school student or a professional, what are the skills to be gained to remain competent and like relevant in today's world?
I think because the world is changing, we also need to keep changing. So it is not advised or recommended to stay stagnant when it comes to your learning. It's very important and very imperative to keep learning with these changing times. There is so much of ambiguity in this world of today, and then there is no one textbook or one fixed content that can help you solve all relevant problems of the world today. So first recommendation, always try to be an open learner. Learn as much as possible. So there is no end to it. And try to be that curious person who's mostly curious to learn new skill sets by the changing times. The second advice I would give is that with this change in times, look into that this as an opportunity and rather than a challenge. I understand change is uncomfortable and change is something which people don't like. And people feel that this is challenging me too much. But this change is also the time when new things emanate. This change is also the time when transformations happen. Rather than looking into it as a challenge, look into it as an opportunity. This is that time when you can do breakthrough work or do things that change the world. So don't get intimidated by this change. I would also, as a B school student, recommend that do more of real world case studies, problem solving, talking to each other, talking to the industry people. Try to get as much of exposure as possible. So I know having a podcast like this is a step towards the same. So be that open, be learners with open ears. Try to get as much exposure as possible. And lastly and most importantly, have like structured thinking. And try to solve for all these business challenges in as much structure as possible. So the foundations of business or business problem solving, I believe, are the same. It's a challenge / opportunity now to learn with this new adapting landscape. So if a person would now want to think beyond how we used to think before and try to expand our skills / core competencies by doing some extra course, doing some extra reading, talking to some extra relevant person, I believe it will be very helpful.
We really wanted to know that how STP 4P, which we have been reading, works for workplace or your role.
So as I talked about the different pillars of targeting, creatives, audiences, bidding, and attribution. All of these pillars will, so segmentation, deciding which customers do I need to target and how do I need to position my product will eventually determine how will I target the end user I would want to target.
So, we really wanted to know how the STP 4P things work at your workplace.
I think those are core basics of marketing and they remain unchanged. So whenever we decide on our targeting strategy as to which users do we need to target or show our ads to, we will definitely require an STP to be done at the back end. We will definitely require some positioning of our product to be done so that we have the relevant set of keywords / targeting strategies in place so that we are reaching out to the correct end user or the end audience. So even things like 4Ps, which is product, price, place and promotion, all of them are quintessentials of marketing which will be leveraged for something like a creative strategy. What should I include in my ads? What are some headlines that I need to include? What are some images or video clips that I need to include? Coming from additionally, if I would want to focus on some offer or some price, do I want to encourage my user as by giving some offer or discount, or would I want to position my product as something very premium and try to keep the price high enough and communicate it that way? So so all of those basics stay constant and consistent, thankfully. The only thing is that those can help you develop your digital marketing strategies in a better way.
So we just got to know from one of our professor that you were a really good student. Tell us, help us with how we can make most out of what we are learning here, and what should we focus on more. How can we do better?
So he was very gracious. So to be honest, when I was in FMS, I came here with this whole sole objective that this is a great opportunity to learn and I will try to learn as much as possible. That was my only objective. So I used to make the most of the classroom teachings. I used to enjoy all the case studies, all the problem solving. I used to enjoy discussing intellectual business strategies with my friends or with the profs or participate in so many case study competitions. If I would try to recall my life then, it was only somebody very curious with an objective that I want to learn. And I would recommend that with all of us getting such a great opportunity to learn in a prestigious institute like FMS, let's try to sink in that feeling and make the most of this, because it's like 2 years of a lifetime. It will help polish you as an individual. It will help polish your skills. The professors here have so much of experience that you learn from their experience. Basic conversations or case study solving was so exciting when it all happened in that setup. So having so many thought processes, having people brainstorming together, having so many resources for learning. It was a very learning intensive / good time to polish yourself as a student or an individual. I would recommend that make the most of this time because it's actually valuable and very helpful.
Thank you, Aditi. This session has been incredibly insightful, and we're really grateful for sharing your experience and expertise with us today. Thank you.
Thank you.